And we're almost set. Oh, you have no replays. That is sad indeed. I did. You need to refresh. I changed the game name. Unless it didn't work, but it says, to me it says it's... To me it says... Yeah, it says StarCraft 2 now. That should be fine. Thanks though, Bellet, for the heads up. Okay, let me just fix the episodes, and then in 5 minutes we're gonna start. Okay, we are almost ready. Almost. I don't want to start early because there might be people from Reddit joining today. So if you want to chat some with me, now's the time. If you don't, it's fine. I'll just go grab a drink then. Let's start to game number 1, which will force us to download an older client again. Happens sometimes. And this one was played on New Repugnancy. Scene switcher works, check. And it is Jesus Danik, the red Zerg, facing off versus Everybody Starling. It's Root Neuro, the blue Zerg. And this is the third game in a series of replays that Neuro was kind enough to provide for me, where he's going Proxy Hatch, mid-map, Spycrawl Rush. We've already had the Protoss version, we've had the Terran version, and now we're gonna see the Zerg version. Apparently it works, or used to work at least. I'm not sure if it's still accurately, because it's not on this patch. But I think it should still throw off one or the other of your opponents, even if it was featured on Peg and everything. People just don't expect it. Neuro will go normal hatch first as well as Danik, so mirror matchup it is. Standard openings happening here for both players. And Danik going for an earlier gas, a standard gas I would say, and Neuro will take his a bit later because he doesn't need it immediately. Going for the pool first, we'll get another drone or two and then grab the gas as well, eventually. And there goes the proxy droning, the proxy hatching drone. It's moving up around here, down over there, and it's gonna build it there, right where the Overlord passed only seconds ago, or minutes ago. Gas now being taken by Neuro as well. Meanwhile, we see the pool going down here a bit later by Danik. It's not really much later, a second or two maybe, so it's gonna be pretty equal. But of course the big difference is the hatch that's gonna go down here any minute now. Boom goes the proxy. He will build a couple queens, walk them across the map, and build spine crawlers in order to bamboozle his opponent and make something happen here. His opponent, of course, yet unaware of what's going on. He sees the hatchery, probably saw that there's not lots of drones there and might be suspicious, I don't know. He's still droning, stopped now. Let's see how he will react. He will see the hatchery right now and will probably worry about what the fuck's going on. This hatchery is under siege by Zerglings. Hatcheries do not have armor while they're building, so Zerglings do the full damage. Once they pop, they should be getting one armor. There we go. And of course this will weaken the hatchery tremendously, and there's nothing going across the map now except 2 queens and 2 lings for now. 12 more lings are on the way though, but can the hatchery survive? It now has 1 armor. Lings made here immediately, but the hatchery will probably go down, to be honest. That is gonna suck. Yep, hatchery goes down. And making an Overlord here instead of a drone as Neuro. Not gonna rebuild this apparently. And he might just win by link flood now, even though he sacrificed a hatch. Link speed is about to be finished. It will finish a bit earlier for Neuro. And there is not much to defend here. Spine crawlers are being made, evos as well, but actually those must be done somewhere, right? Nope, they're not. Okay. Well, second queen is going down. Spines, nah, these are Neuro spines that are being made. Okay. Well, if those go up, then it's game over. But for now, the lings are doing damage. If we look at the drone count, we have 21 to 19 drones. So Neuro already up in workers here. And this will, of course, help him get further ahead. And I don't think, yeah, it might go down still. Although the Lings will be able to defend this, and then this base is forfeit. Ooh, nice Baneling hit there. Taking out the Lings. But then some Lings run by, and the Baneling is just like, ooh, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And now we have Lings in the mineral line. A nice position here, delaying it further, and the Spines will now finish. Queens are here. And this is gonna be a tough day for Danique here, who will be juggling his units to defend this. Drones are being pulled now to kill these Zerglings, and that's never a good sight. You don't want to have drones fighting Zerglings, especially if there's Speedlings. Queens are being harassed here by Lings from Danique, but there's still one queen out, and don't forget the 2 spine crawlers. They are still there as well, killing this expansion here. And even if he took a second expansion, it's still gonna be a tough hold. He has almost no workers now, 17 workers to 21. And the GG's called, and Root Nero takes the win. Let's just Alt F4 out and load the game anew for game number 2. Game number 2. It's Exiled. Exiled sent me some replays. In the top left of Port Alexander, it's all inspirations exiled. The red Protoss. Facing off versus the blue Terran, who is Macaque Zero's Gym Rising. Apparently there was Fromage going on in the Grandmaster ladder. Let's see what they got for us. Let's see what they got for us. 2 SUEs. Let's follow those bad boys, because they are up to no good, I can tell. They are up to no good. This is, if you look at the bottom, this is significantly cutting into the income for Jimmy. You love the narrative. What narrative? Well, anyway. There is... I might not understand narrative correctly because I'm not a native English speaker, in case you haven't noticed, which I doubt. 2 racks are going up here, proxy racks. And Probe will be going into the base here for Exile and will immediately know. Ah, yeah. That's a good start for a story, right? Just 2 bad boys up to no good. We'll see everything and we'll immediately know that there is a proxy coming. Let's see how he reacts. He places a Nexus, because that's what you do. As Protoss, you just Nexus up. You just Nexus up and hope for the best. The question is it gonna be Marines, or is it gonna be Marauders, or it's gonna be Reapers? Alright. Hey Kiniski, what up, boy? I think your game is next, or after next, I'm not sure. So the boys are going home, I guess, and Reapers are being made. That's a very tentative all-in to say. I mean, tentative in the sense of not very committed. Like, if you see 3 racks or even 4 racks, then it's committed. But 2 racks, just like, yeah, let's, you know, just try to see if you're a complete potato at defending. And if you are, I'm going to kill you. And if not, you know, we're just going to go ahead and transition out of it. I still think if Protoss reacts correctly, which he surely does here with the 2 shield batteries, he should be absolutely fine. Once Stalker pops, he can easily kill those Reapers if he doesn't get naded to death. Stalkers have a nice range, and we'll get 1 Reaper here. The range on that Stalker is incredible. The Probe found the proxy and will die for its efforts. Poor little girl. Oh, poor little it, I'm sorry. Sorry, the Probes are non-gendered. They're like neutral, general neutral things. The SCVs are boys and the drones are girls, in case you're wondering. It's not in the lore, but it's how it is. Reaper skirmishes. Reaper, of course, regenerates very fast, but so does Proto Shield, so it's kind of an equal fight. And, of course, the defender advantage is real. There's a starport, probably. Yes, starport being built here, so the follow-up cheese is ready against. Well, because it's Wings of Liberty ballot, it used to be super strong. You could just kill the pylon and bye-bye. But that doesn't work anymore. Ever since there was a Mothership Core, that strategy has been disheveled, one might say. Because they used to get the pylon cannons, if you recall correctly, and then a pylon could just absolutely eat through all the Reapers. All the Reapers, all the Reapers. 5 Reapers out now, and it looks like Jim Rising is gonna go home because the follow-up's almost ready. It's gonna be Cloaked Banshees. Or an unusual Raven, but pretty sure 4 Stalkers can't take out this number of Reapers. The barracks will probably not make it home. Respect is being paid, though, by Exile, pulling back his Stalkers. And it's not enough to one-shot them. I think you need 5 Stalkers, if I look at this, to one-shot them. And the Banshees are on the way with Cloak. Of course, if Protoss doesn't scout this, it will be absolutely brutal. Does he have an Observer? He does not, because he's a greedy boy that's going for a War Prism. And the question is, can he kill everything on the other side of the map before he gets destroyed by the Banshee? I would guess no. But then again, he will probably get an Observer now, right? Exiled, you're getting Observers, right? That's the thing, right? You get Observers. Not yet, anyway. But a Robo Bay, probably for Disruptors, I suppose. Or maybe if the Terran decides to go by, you can just immediately transition into Colossi. There's Stalkers moving across the map now, and a pretty damn good looking Immortal. Look at that skin. Look at that bad boy. Reapers are gonna try to do something here, but they can't get in there, so they have to walk around. If there's 3 Stalkers at home, they will do fine. We'll get some probes, but that shouldn't matter. The big thing is that the Banshees are going to be finished soon. Like, the second Banshee's going to be out, and then Cloak's going to be finished as well right now. So let's keep that in mind. Reaper still alive, still going strong. Do we have an Observer now? We do. Where is it, though? It's right here in the perfect spot. It's gonna feel bad for our Terran boy. And the GG's called. Not even trying to go in with the... Not even trying to go in with the Banshees. Yes, Lewis is up next. It's King's Cove. In the top left, it's Barngos with Shask. The red Zerg. Facing off versus our boy, the blue Protoss. It's all inspirations. Lewis Kinniski. Back from the dead. I, for one, am happy that you are back. And we're gonna see a low ground pylon. Personally, I think, at least for Zerg, this is a shitty map because it's practically impossible to wall off your natural versus Zerg especially. But I think Protoss can do it better because they do not have to build on creep, right? It doesn't look like Shask is planning to go. Actually, he will. Okay. Yeah, he's expanding. Everything's standard over here. And we have a sneaky probe moving on. Let's see what he does. What it's gonna do. See what it's gonna do. What is it gonna do? Oh, okay. So you'd want to scout early then. And he sees the hatch, so he should know that there's nothing special going on. Hatch pool gas, no? Hatch gas pool, I think. So the greediest Zerg build. well, apart from a double expansion. Meanwhile, Protoss is chilling his probes at the entrance because he wants to build stuff and not walk one out. And he's putting it back to work now. Zerg Overlord will reach here eventually. Nothing being built so far out of the gateway. Probably because of lacking of minerals. There we go. And a Zealot is being made, I believe. No, where did those 100... Oh, a pylon, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, if you know he's not rushing, why build a unit, right? It's the only defense I have for my actions, but you haven't done anything weird yet. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do that makes you apologize before we've even seen it? What are you gonna do? What evil shit do you have planned for us? Warp Gate coming out and a Stalker, which will probably have to hunt this boy. And the Zerglings are gonna deter this probe here. It will have to fight for its life. And it will try to give a scout. Get a scout. It's gonna be a tough one though. I think 2 more hits and it will die. Maybe 1. Nope, 1. Okay. And Stalker's out, so the Lynx should not be able to do much. Especially once the Stalker's in a completed wall, which is the case now. Still, we don't see any fancy shit going down, except for a Robo and a Twilight Council. Okay, well, it's still not too far off the normal playbook, I guess. But the Protoss among you might want to correct me here, because I have no idea what Protoss is doing, usually. Zerg's getting his 3rd, which is was a bit late, I guess, but then again, not too unusual, since he had to clean away the probe first. The probe's gonna see this, of course. For Lewis here. Still no cheese going on. I'm so excited to see what you have done that requires you to justify your actions. Gateway explosion happening now. So I'm guessing we're gonna see mass Zealots then? Is that it? Zealots? Mass Zealots with legs? Guess it's fair. And the War Prism, I suppose? Do you have it already? Nope, you do not. Lings are coming in now, though, and I don't think Zerg flew something in, but this might be... Yeah, this will be the boy that's gonna fly in and see maybe 2 gateways. If at all. So he should be fine. And 8 gateways are gonna be quite hard to hold. This build has been around forever and has been hard to hold forever. So how much will he actually see? He will see everything. He knows what's coming, but it's probably too late already. He should probably pull back, get Banelings immediately if he can, drop down Spine Crawlers, everything he can. But it's gonna still be hard to hold. This build is so powerful. At least they're in the middle of the map. And Lewis is super old and he's not mining gas at all. He's just gonna build Zealots and nothing but Zealots. You can just barely support 8 gates off 1 base, I think. And Zealots, of course, absolutely tear through Lings, especially with the leg upgrade. And there's gonna be Zealots all over pretty soon here. Yeah, once that queen dies, there's nothing to hold back the War Prism. Well, 1 more queen. Oh, actually, nice defense here so far by Shask, but it's only a matter of time before he absolutely gets annihilated here. This base is forfeit. You only leave a couple of Zealots there. And we're gonna warp in Zealot after Zealot, and everything gets annihilated. This feels bad for the Zerg. I know why you had to apologize now. This is absolutely outrageous. You should be punished for a build like that. But it's effective and good cheese, so I'm gonna throw it in the omelette anyway. But as a Zerg, this hurts my feelings. Cheese for a cheese, yeah, indeed. Well, Roaches can technically defeat Zealots on creep, but with the legs and this number of Zealots, it's gonna be a hard, tough life for Zerg here. Who is just gonna wither and die slowly but surely. He's still up in, no, he's up in army, but down in workers, and the army is just a bloated roach count. He will lose all of his hatcheries. More zealots are being warped in, because why not? Just spend your minerals, warp in the zealot boys, and destroy everything. Once these guys join up with the army down here with the next warp in, it should be game for the Zerg here. Nice spread there, blocking the ramp, and the roaches will now be caught on the ramp. It's not an ideal position to fight in, but then again, the roaches can't run, so they will be just whittled down here piece by piece. Slowly but surely they will die. And the Zerg has to GG out. Revenge has been had by Lewis Kiniski for the 12 pool drone pull that he did before this. And indeed, zealots are strong. Ballad, I agree. Game number 4 is a game from Reddit. A ZVZ, and it's an old one. Let's see what we got. It's Blue Shift. And in the bottom left, we have Mangomosh, the provider of said replay, the red Zerg, so you guys know who to cheer for. And the top right, we have the blue Gyoto, also Zerg. It looks like a ladder game. And Mosh is going 14 gas. Into 14 pool, into getting gas immediately. Meanwhile, over here we see Gyoto probably going for a 17 hatch. Yes, he will. So there's definitely gonna be a window where Mangomosh might do some damage with his early pool here, even though it's not the earliest pool that you can get, because he took the gas as well. Still gonna be fairly early. And might well take Gyoto by surprise. Guito, I don't know. Guto, we're gonna call him Guto. Guto with the expand and the pool into gas, so not too greedy, not the greediest you could go. Greediest would still be gas first before pool, because the later the pool, the later the lings, the later your capabilities to defend with lings. And speed is on the way, and we are still gathering. Ooh, it's going to be a Baneling bust. This is old school. An old school Baneling 1414. Very nice. And possibly spine crawlers as well. Oh boy. It's going to be able to get maybe 4 Banelings out by the time he hits the other side of the map. And spotted now, so there's going to be spine crawlers built by Gyoto, but it is in a very precarious position there. And it will be taken out immediately. There's no lings out yet, and while still building, it gets cancelled. Lots of drones being pulled, which is definitely the right reaction here, and the spine crawler gets around it, but lings managed to deter the army long enough so that the spine can be put down again. More lings are streaming across the map. And the Baneling is being made, and it makes it out. Does nothing. Does almost nothing. And it looks like it's pretty well defended. But then again, there's 7 Banelings on the way now. Hey, Nano. I didn't get a replay from you this week. What happened? Let 1 Baneling finish and these lings will immediately die. Boom, go the lings. That was almost all the lings. Supply's still pretty equal. And Banelings didn't do what they had to do. They had to kill drones. Still a 3 drone lead by Gyoto here. Well, I'm happy for you. I mean, I think that's a good sign. I feel like the variety of cheese is not the best on this patch, to be honest. But guess we'll see that change eventually. Keeping the pressure alive is Mango Mosh. Meanwhile, Giotto is super far ahead here. And it's gonna need some sick baneling hits here to come back. It's not impossible. He also has speedlings, so not the sickest baneling hits though. Still 5 workers up, and once these Lings hit the other side of the map, it's going to be hard for Mango Mosh to hold this. He's making banelings at home now, which will probably, if they're not microed correctly, kill these slowlings. I think it's better if you fight versus speedlings, to be honest, with banelings, because then they all get on top of you before they explode. There's exactly what we see here. Most of the lings died there to the baneling hits, but there's still quite a few alive. The 2 queens might be able to hold this though, if positioned correctly. Together with the lings, they will definitely be able to hold this. But Giotto's still up in supply, up in workers. Still 9 workers up now. No, actually, wait. Yeah, no. Giotto is still up. 9 workers, so he's in a super nice spot. So Mango Mosh still making banelings. Giotto now making a baneling nest of his own. He's still scared. There's still a lot of lings out. You see what I mean with the slowlings? Slowlings would not have died in these masses to banelings because the slowlings don't have time to get on top of the banelings before they explode. And with speedlings, that is definitely much more brutal. And it looks like Mango Mosh might come back here if he gets more of these baneling hits. It's gonna be a nice one. And if he sends in his lings just one by one, the lings of Mango will actually kill Giotto's lings. Another goes down. Another batch of the baneling hits are brutal this game. Jeez. Skirmish, Ling Skirmish. Yeah, Red is absolutely fucking all in. There's no 2 ways about it. He's not making anything but lings and paints. And if Blue, just for a moment, lets up in his defensive efforts and takes a few more of these brutal baneling traits, then he's going to be in a bad spot here. Baneling Nest is finished now, but oh, nice pullback there. Another nice baneling hit. Oh, jeez, Giotto, for fuck's sake, control your lings. Oh, this is brutal to watch. Wow. He's finally making banelings of his own. And Mosh still down in supply, but still going strong. There's even a Spinecrawler out now, and he's gonna get taken out by those lings. Not the best connection there by those banelings, and he's gonna pull back a bit. Where's the reinforcements? Mango, where's the reinforcements? Yeah, seriously, right? It's hard to watch, man. Queen is a bit exposed here, and we'll fight together with the lings, and we'll probably overpower the blue guys here. Blue is a bit down in supply over here and will get eaten alive. And once again, the supplies are pretty even. Only the worker lead for Giotto is still strong. And he should be technically able to outproduce Mango because he has 2 bases and more workers. But hey, you know, if you take shitty trades all day with your lings, it's not going to happen, right? I mean... Thanks for the replay battle. I think I will play that next week. If you will forgive me, because I have the games for this week set up now. I'm going to have a second Exiled game after. The good one he promised me. Okay. It's not too bad of a hit there. And it looked like Mosh. I don't know how Mosh is still in the game, to be honest. I mean... How are you still in the game? Look at this. It's fucking brutal. It's not that much resources, but he lost so many more lings. 2 banelings. 400 resources is not that much though. It's weird. 25 links for Kyoto and 3 banelings. Why is Kyoto not making banelings, I ask? Oh god. The detonations are really brutal. Yeah, it's like he should have won this easily. But he's not having any luck with his trades there. The banelings are absolutely destroying Kyoto here. And his creep spread is absolutely phenomenal. Look at it. What the hell, man? He's 1 base, but he's creep spread like a grandmaster here. Lings are finally inside here, but even here he takes super bad trades. There's so many lings out for Mango that you cannot possibly engage up there with this few lings. And the supplies are equal, which means that we have a phenomenal army supply lead for red here. Banelings are being made now, and they will detonate pulls back just in the nick of time. Nice split here, does what he can to deter this banelings. Not a single ling, yeah, 1 single ling was killed. More and more lings go down to the Banes of Mango. Still 2 Banes out, I think. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. And single lings going in once again. If those Banes are not permanently controlled, they will detonate. Oh, so close. Getting 4 links there. Not too bad. Final Baneling goes down now, though. And if he's not super careful, he's going to lose another. Oh, 5 links go down there again to the Baneling. And it looks like this is it. I think Mango has it. If this queen goes down, if this drones go down, his lead is gone. And then what's he going to do? He's up a base still, but I don't think he can hold on to this. I think the army supply lead for Mango Marsh is too high now. He's ahead in workers now as well, I believe. No, yeah, indeed, he is taking this game through sheer luck of I wouldn't say luck. Through sheer lack of baneling control on Kyoto's side here. And his relentless attacking. Yeah, it's what happens in ZVC, dude. It's brutal. It's like a knife fight in the ghetto. Tell you. Look at this fucking manor banelings, man. Oh, what? Oh, mutas are out. Can Kyoto turn this with a muta? He has like, what, 2 mutas? Yeah, he's got 2 mutas. Absolutely brutal, man. Yeah, I think the queens can deal with the mutas. There's 1 muta out, I believe. No, there's 3 mutas out now. Okay, I guess 2 queens can deal with 3 mutas, I believe. And we have 9 workers for Kyoto and 15 now for Mango Marsh, but he should be mined out shortly here, so he should probably expand now and transition out of this into, I don't know, more links. I mean, the mutas can deter here, but what's it gonna be? He's super far ahead now. If he could just transition out. I mean, he has to creep spread. He has to creep spread. And doesn't look like Mango wants to close out the game quite yet. He seems to be enjoying himself here. And Lone Overlord is spreading over there. I gotta compliment him for the creep spread again. That's absolutely phenomenal. It gives him a big chunk of map vision, of course. Finally expanding his Mango Marsh. Red took the net, indeed. What? What? Oh, you can see that. That's not good. That's not good, man. I have this, so you can't see the time. I forgot, because it's a bit stupid. On the new replays you can't, of course, and on the old you can. Now you don't know how long it's gonna be. Ballot has said nothing. He's coming across with the queens now. The creep's connected, so it's no problem to walk the crease across. Almost connected. It's so crazy, man. And of course the mutas cannot contest this. So the queens will have to do the heavy lifting. There's gonna be spore crawlers slow pushing across the map with a spore forest versus 3 mutas with 3 queens. I call this nice and good cheese. Look at it. 2 more Banes are going up, trying to kill some stuff here. And they will be taken out by... Oh, come on, really? What the fuck, dude? You had mutas. This guy. Dude, really? Wow. Still getting the connections he needs his Mango March, even though his opponent has fucking 3 mutas and saw it coming. That is brutal. Making a sortie now, leading a sortie down his ramp. Oh, finally. Finally getting some Baneling connections here, but then Gyoto with 1 Baneling says, you know what, I can do that better. You had 3, boom. And all of the links of Gyoto are gone once more. And he's just gonna be content and slow push and kill everything. This is absolutely savage, man. Mutas getting transfused, you don't see that every day, do you? More mutas on the way, it might snowball. I think the mutas can now contest the queen, but the spore crawler, I'm not sure. Don't think they can. I think the spore crawler is going to be the saving grace. He's going to go for the dive. No transfuse here. And the queen is down. Oh, unrooting the spore crawler. So brave here. But spore crawler and queen will take this out, and the GG is finally called by Gyoto, who traded away his game with his links this game. Because seriously, those trades, they were brutal. Which brings us to game number 5, which is another exiled game. And it's gonna be on automaton. And this was the best one he sent me, he told me. It's a ZVP. From STTE, it's Wham, the red Zerg. Facing off versus the blue Protoss. It's our boy, it's exiled. Let's see. Okay, he's gonna throw down a pylon on the low ground. Seems to be pretty standard for him. You know Wham? Is he a known guy? Does the North American scene know Wham? Because I do not. But then again, I am... Oh, okay. Okay. You do you, Ballad. You do you. You do you. GM Protoss, so he's off racing now with his Zerg, so he's a master in Zerg. Okay, fair enough. Well, Exile's gonna see what's going on here. Let's have a hatch first into gas pool. A bit of a late pool, I guess. Greedy pool. Yeah, greedy pool. Let's not say late, it's a greedy pool. Let's just see who's gonna cheese this game. I'm guessing it's the Zerg, but I'm not sure yet because Protoss looks pretty standard to me. Pool finally finishes. Let's see what the Zerg's gonna make out of it. It's gonna make a speed immediately. Yeah, it's not a wall yet, and there might be a hole down here, right? I'm not sure. It looks like there's a hole. It's also not a very wally wall. Like usually you want to wall so that nobody can get in. That doesn't look to be the goal here. So it might be an offensive wall, I guess. We'll leave him open to run bys. I'll give you that. And if Wham is indeed a Protoss as his main, he's gonna know the weaknesses of his race pretty well. Currently, they're both content with droning up like fuck. And going into an early lair is Wham here. It's gonna be a Nidus. Is it gonna be a Nidus? It's not the 322 Nidus, so okay, it's a wall now. Looks like it's a Blink Stalker all in versus a Nidus. Or possibly 2 base Mutas, but then he would have taken the guess already, so I'm still saying Nidus. Ling Nidus though, so not too strong. Adept gets taken out here. There's a Stalker in the wall. Shield batteries are being made. Because that's quite a number of Lings here. Might have been a reaction to the Adept, but I'm unsure. We have a Spotting Overlord over here, so this is Nidus place, and another one here, so it's going to be a double Nidus at the same time. Shield battery gets cancelled there, and a second pylon. No, a second battery actually. There's only one pylon in your wall, Exile. You should rethink that. Artosis has taught us back in, what was it, 2009, 2010, that this is not working out. Should have learned from that. Lepbot 1X. Nidus is on the way. There's 3 queens ready and Lings. No roaches though, so it's not a brutally unholdable one. But then again, Lings are very good versus Stalkers, but guess what? He can see that, right? Yeah, he can. Gonna pull the drones immediately and he... will he get it? Oof, he gets it. But the Nidus up here goes up, actually, because he pulled the Stalkers down. Whoopsie! This will be too late. There will be a Nidus out here. 5 queens! Holy shit! That's almost transfuse energy. And this looks bad. You should be able to, I believe so, yeah, Ballot. And I think, I'm not sure, but I mean, there's a lot of dead probes now, but there's a lot of Stalkers as well. And the queens will eventually fall once they have no energy, but lots of Lings are coming out now, and Stalkers suck at dealing with Lings. There's no two ways about it. But I think he might have enough Stalkers and they have Blink, so he can whoop them back. And there's a Immortal out now, which will help tremendously with the queens. The wall is not threatened, so the production is still up. And I think this is held, even though he lost so many workers. So I'm not sure about the follow-up. He's 10 workers down. He's gonna clean this up. Actually, he made 2 spines even, so this is now a fortified position, but with the Immortal, I think he can clean it up. Focusing down the queens, one gets torn apart, and the investment by Zerg is not to be underestimated either here. Of course, there's always the possibility to make more Nidus worms, but it looks like Zerg is transitioning out now. Yeah, it's a bit harder to hold this as a Protoss because you can't just simply put siege tanks everywhere and let them deal with it. But I think he will get it down. Boom, goes Nidus. Another one goes back up there, but I think the Immortal can take it up before it goes down. So looks like the Nidus aggression is shut down for now. Once he has the second Immortal out. Actually, it was a Warp Prism. Okay. Making an Observer now. Fly the Warp Prism over here. Kill the Overlord. Exiled. Kill it. So you can rest in peace here. I think Exiled is in a good spot, even though Zerg is on 3 base now. He has good army lead. He's catching up in workers. And of course, this kind of commitment by Zerg will make his mid-game quite a bit weaker, even though he managed to do a lot. He managed to do a lot of damage. Yeah, Immortals deal with the knight as well, I guess, as we saw. A run-by is being prepared here. The wall is open, and the Zerg knows this, of course. Ba ba ba. There's like what, 3 stalkers at home? Yeah. This is bad. Is that a recall? Partial recall here? I guess so. Nice call there by Axel. Still gonna lose a lot of workers here. Taking him down 10 workers again. But the rest of the army is across the map, and there's not really something to do here. Right? There's some hires, which are reasonably good versus this army camp. I guess you'd need another knight. This is going up, but the stalkers are gonna spot it. Let's see if Exile can enter this game here. There's no Archons with this army, so it's not going to be easy by any means. But he's going to be able to at least clean away some creep. And if he can get in a decent position, these are his Blink Stalkers, as you well know. And he can maybe whittle away at this army while he's kiting it. There's, of course, a Blink Immortal with the army as well. And it's going to get shoot away. Little present here left behind the observer. And yeah, man, I mean, Zerg did a lot of damage with the initial fight and with the second run by as well, so I'm not sure, but Exile seems to be recovering. Zerg seems to give him the time. Third base is about to be up now. The overall finally gets taken out, so Zerg has absolutely no map vision at all at the moment, which will give Exiled a bit of a breather here. There's a lot of Hydras, though, now moving across the map. Actually, I think they're looking for the Observer, maybe, which Exile was wise enough to pull back. And of course, once the Protoss third base is up, Zerg is in a lot of trouble if he's not on 4 or 5 base. Because 3 base Protoss can produce so much stuff. And we're gonna see the Disruptors. Very strong versus Hydras, of course. But currently there's not much out yet, and that's a brutally big army at the moment here. Doubling Exile's army is wham. And this base is gonna be under a lot of pressure. Forward pylon here will be taken out almost immediately. But as we speak, he is building up his army count. And if he gets a decent hit with the Disruptor, then he might have a shot here in holding this. He might still lose the base, though. Disruptor shot coming in. Finding 2 Hydras. That's not bad. It's not too good either, but it's not bad. It's a free... Ah, this was a nice hit. 3 Hydras going down there. But the base is taken out. I don't know if Zerg can attack up this ramp with this Disruptors, but he's gonna try. He thinks he's super far ahead, which he is ahead, but I don't know about the super far. A Warpin coming in here, and these Hydras will die here. It's of course a good trade for Zerg. If you can trade with the Protoss army, manage to take out the Immortal and 2 of the Disruptors. But now the army is pretty equaled up. I think the worker supply will hurt Exiled a lot, though. But if he can get up third base, he should be fine for now. Lings are moving across the map now to prevent that, though. And we're gonna see if Exiled can hold on here, or if Wham's gonna tear him a new one. Finally taking his 4th base. Maybe a bit late here by Wham. But then again, maybe he thought he could end the game with the push he had, which he couldn't. Almost, though. But not quite. Now there's 3 Disruptors out, which will make it quite hard for Wham to attack into anything here. Because those Disruptors are very good versus Hydralisks. Pulling back part of his army to engage in the rear here while running by here to take out the base is Wham. A bit of a tactical play here. Or is it even going to be a pincer attack? It's so close. He sees it now. Oh, he sees it before it's ready, and the disruptors are tearing the circle new one. They're just surrounded now though, so nice one here, but the disruptors will do a lot of damage to those hydras if they're not micro correctly. Disruptors alone are absolutely defenseless though, and it looks like Zerg will pull through here. Nice surround maneuver, even if it was spotted. And those adapts cannot possibly... Oh, nice hit there, taking out 4 hydras, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Remember, you have to be careful with those Novas. They can take out your units as well. One gateway goes down, and the hydras will just keep pounding away at the wall here. And once it breaks, then the Lynx can just run in and kill everything. Not hitting anything there with this disruptor shot. And disruptors, of course, they are very weak versus a Lynx. And Exile is forced to GG out. Nice game here, though. And I would like to thank everyone for submitting their replays. And I already have some for next week as well. So don't let that stop you, though. Send me your cheese for replay. Yeah, Hydra splits are super good. Hydra splits are super good. GG's, and thank you everyone for watching and sending me the replays and whatnot. It's been a pleasure casting for you as always. And I will be seeing you around next week. For those of you, yeah, meet some cheese on ladder. Or cheese someone, you know, you could cheese. Do a planetary fortress rush. I've not seen one of those in ages. Anyway, we will be moving over now to continue with our Sekiro adventures. We have a big monkey to slay.